introducing you to our first guest of honor, Mr. Mithilesh Kumar. Sir is currently working as General Manager Policy at Jindal Aluminium Limited, where he is handling all the aluminium policy related issues. He was also former Secretary, PhD CCI, Ministry of Small and Medium Enterprises, Government of India. Sir is having more than 19 years of cross-functional experience in government affairs, an expert in development and implementation of policy issues, regulatory strategies, policy advocacy, opportunity mapping, government licensing, cluster development, business development, and intellectual property rights, along with corporate training, teaching, and research. Sir has demonstrated abilities in managing effective relations with the government, industry environment, associations, media, and startups. Thank you for your gracious presence, sir. May I request our guest of honor, Mr. Mithilesh Kumar, to share his valuable thoughts with us.
Thank you, Yatika. First of all, inviting for this panel discussion on startups, state of startups in India and abroad. And I think this is a very unique, and everywhere in the country now, startup is a buzzword. And I congratulate to the Banarsi Das Chandiwal Institute of Professional Studies as well as Physiotherapy Institute to organizing this webinar in a mass level, and see the attendance more than, I think, 193 people have attended. I congratulate to all the students who are attending this webinar. I'm really thankful to Aparna ji also for inviting me as one of the speakers for this today's session, and Shri Vipul Gupta ji. And I really appreciate the thought-provoking Dr. Arun Kumar, Dr. Arun Kumar Agarwal ji. Sir, your knowledge, wisdom, really appreciating. I think all the people and who are attending this webinar should learn a lot of things from you. And I'm really thankful to Shri Vipul Gupta ji for inviting me, and your thought process about the key attribute regarding the entrepreneurship you already said in Dan. The guy who having a dynamism, risk-taking ability, financial acumen, and he having a passion. So you really said these are the key attributes to become entrepreneur in the country. So today I have invited for a session on the recent initiative taken by the Ministry of MSME. As you know, MSME, you can say, is a backbone of, you can say, our economy, and it's contribute around, you can say, more than 28% of GDP, and directly, it employ on the more than 11 crore, you can say, individual, or can say, giving them employment in the country, and contribute around 40% of, can say, export of our economy. It's, you can say, after agriculture, you can say it's a very important sector of our economy. And Ministry of MSME, can say, I'm not from Ministry of MSME, I'm from PhD Chamber of Commerce previously. It's, you can say, it's a fixed body who do lobbying and developing for the industrial development in the country. Recently, I have joined this organization. Jindal Aluminium is one of the largest business group of the country, who are in export manufacturing of more capacity more than 125,000 metric ton. And beside, we are running GNI, running a world-class naturopathy college institute in Bangalore, running, I think, 12, 13, 14 can say charitable hospitals also, and we are adopting around more than 170 district villages also through Sitaram Foundations. SME, you can say, MSME is, you can say, heart of mind, and I get the invitation before I was in PhD CCA, but it's my passion to deliver some session on promoting industry interface across country India. So I never regret this opportunity. I say this is the right time. I can again come and whatever I have learned from my experience, definitely deliver information to this forum. But 10 minutes is a very less time. I can say, very in a nutshell, you can say we cannot analyze the entire MSME sector in 10 minutes. It need entire full day, or you can say 3-4 days to understand what is MSME. But I think the audience should be, I think, the students and faculty. I take some certain recent initiative taken by Ministry of MSME, which is very useful for faculty member as well as for budding students who are studying in a prestigious institute. in your during the first week, I think Ministry of MSME recently inaugurated one scheme called MSME Innovation Scheme, which is very unique scheme. And I think the institute take this opportunity and apply for this, you can say, for getting their own incubation cell, as well as whatever you can say, having some capability of some design development. You can apply for design also, and even some of our are research oriented, so they can get from IPR also. And you get from the institute point of view, get I think the assistance of more than 15 lakhs to 1 crore of idea generation. And I think those who are budding entrepreneur and they keen to adopt this, apply for the scheme, you can directly apply. And I now ministry is very open-minded, and whatever the idea, they really appreciate, and they screen your idea, and definitely you get the things. And from the IPR cell point of view, if you are a technical institute and having a capability to run IPR, you become an implementing agency for running IPR cell, and you get assistance of more than 1 CR for 3 years for running this centers. Beside as such, in the country, MSME ministries come into existence in 2004, and we come in with an Act of MSME Act 2006. And there are a lot of provisions and can say where our MSME can benefit it. And recently they come in with one draft MSME policy, which is drafted by Indian Institute of Public Affairs, and it's a very open document. And those are all the right stakeholders. They can comment before 31st March, and whatever the right you can say initiative taken by the government, you can deliver the thought process also in this document. And I think academic institution can play a very big role for promoting MSME culture in the country. As far as concern MS startup, which I've seen, you already say in the initial talk, India is the largest ecosystem, third largest ecosystem in the country, which I've seen in my previous experience. Startup having an idea, they incubate also, but they're lacking in scaling. If you scale in a big manner in a big manner, and you need a right technical support or mentoring support, I think you can become a unicorn, in a right manner. And you need right guidance, right connectivity, and right people for, you can say, become a startups. And which I've seen in startup fraternity, they are very, very, you can say, shy. They're not doing any networking point of view. They only network with the investors also. End of the day, you have to develop your marketing linkages also. So you need your capability to develop marketing linkages as marketing acumen also, to promote yourself to the right audience, to right customer in the country and your business area. Beside Ministry of MSME running so many schemes, and I request all the students, faculty members, go to Ministry of MSME website and chart out all the schemes related to your organization or your students, and make a list and see what are the key benefit you get from these schemes, and then you can apply. If you need any help, you directly call to MSME DI local, your nearest office, and their official directly guide you and assist you how you get the certain benefit from these schemes also. End of the day, the psychology is this: ki government official are there. People are afraid about this is a government things. But now this government is very proactive. They need ecosystem to promote entrepreneurship in the country. As on date, I think more than 62,000 startups are registered in Startup India in the country. That is the growth in a span of 3 years. Around more than 62,000, and indirectly they contributing the employment of more than, I think, 18 lakh people in the country. This is a unique thing, and I appreciate during the discussion one of the startup Go Mechanic derived by you. This is a success story. You can promote this story in all the social media forum, and this make up, I can say, confidence to your budding startups, or you can say students, to come to deal and providing these things, these things. And not the least, some of the key is action area which I think required by the government, and which is intergovernmental role responsibility, which I've seen basically every government and state ministry working silos. They're in need of, you can say, some integration of, even integration of schemes, and where all the you can say entrepreneur get the benefit, and some legislation, you can say regulatory framework for MSME is required. Where you can say when any MSME is born and set up scale, and some uncertainty going on. There are a lot of, can say, regulatory issues going on, and ease of doing it, you can say, is a lot of hurdles for a, can say, MSME sector in the country. The government is doing so many things for reducing the certain compliances, and technology upgradation, you can say, is a need of our. A lot of, you can say, we need some certain technology which is already available in the market, or we need some bridge gap where some low agency when can prepare some roadmap, how we get some technology to the real user, and they can get some benefit from them. Knowledge management is the right issue. It needs marketing linkages for this, and some recent initiative taken by the Minister of MSME is basically they made a very easy process of Udyam Aadhaar for MSME registration. So those who want to take to coming an entrepreneurship journey, first step is basically to come with Udyam Aadhaar registration. Very easy stuff. You have need PAN card, bank account detail, and whatever the information required you have to fill, and you get the registration unique ID, and you can avail all the certain schemes which is available by MSME. And last is exit code, which is, I think, need of or for the initiative taken by the MSME ministry. Not the least, I wish all the best for this panel discussion, and I think this is the initial start, and students can definitely motivate. In a single day, we cannot make a Rome. We need continuous effort to motivate students to come with entrepreneur journey. And my best wishes to all the speakers, all the panelists, to for this panel discussion. Thank you so much, and I listen your deliberation in the video technical session. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Thank you very much, sir, for your words of wisdom. I'm sure our participants will be benefited by all these stimulating initiatives in the startup ecosystems and MSME culture that you shared with us. Thank you.